What's the haps? I'm John, aka Meroka, and welcome to Spiel. So, there's been a new update, and I was contemplating as to whether I should make this into a video of its own right, but it's just two new mechanics, which I suppose it's a major overhaul to the combat system, but there's not a lot to actually show or talk about. I mean, I can show them and talk about them here right now. We'll see the practical applications in the course of the video, I suppose. So what we've got is, and I've bound, these didn't have a binding for me for some reason, probably because I got custom controls, so I've bound dash to space. We'll see how that works out for us. So that lets me do that. So I can get in and out of combat quickly, whichever I may need to do. And if I want to slam an enemy in the face with my shield, go BAM! Which kind of, I wasn't expecting that to have a dash behind it as well. I was sort of expecting that just to be similar to the shield bump. It's kind of cool. So technically I got two dashes there, so you could slam into combat and then dash out. She'll see. I'm not that adept. So clearly shield bashing takes away fully half your shield bar. Good to know. Good to know. So we are here in Sapphire Knight Tier 3. Just because, you know, why not? It's a stratum to do. And I need to do a stratum. So let's find a guy to use this on actually. Oh yeah, that's part of the update. We've got all the new graphics for items. I'm not entirely sure if I like them as much as the old. They match the new UI better, I will say that much for them. But I'm not convinced I like them as much as the old stuff. But then again, I don't like the new UI as much as I like the old one either. I mean, you get used to it, but it's, honest to God, not actually as nice. But hang on, bring up the inventory. See, yeah, I can see all the armor and stuff. You can actually see what you're actually putting on, which is that's kind of cool. Before, there were a lot of stuff had fairly generic icons. Some stuff used the same icons as each other. You had to kind of troll through stuff, whereas here you can, at a glance, pretty much pick out exactly what you're looking for. If I go, oh, I'm looking for a magma driver, that's a magma driver. Oh, I need my blitz, that's the blitz. Oh, where's my Antigua? There it is. Not that I would ever use an Antigua, but you know, we're just hypotheticals here. We go, oh, I want a voltage, there's a voltage. Which actually looks even more badass than when I'm carrying it. I wish it looked that badass when I was swinging it around. Asheron, oh, I have a Barbarous Thorn Blade, there it is, you know, it's there, just at a glance. And it does appear there as well, in fact, so yeah, it's there. So, I haven't even tried out these new mechanics yet. I was looking for someone to shield bash, aren't I? I gather there's been some tweaks to lockdown as well. Whether these are important or not, I don't know. I don't play lockdown. So, why was that? It's really weird. Hang on. I can't attack. Oh, wait. Maybe I can't remember how to attack. Maybe that's it. I don't know. It seemed like the controls were playing up a little bit then. Not sure they were, but I think I just went full imbecile. I don't even know what I'm picking up there. I don't know what that is. That's an icon I don't recognize anymore. It's like a whole new game! Except it's not, it's just they've reskinned it so that it's confusing. Hey ho, right. Let's shield bash some guys. Got some guys to shield bash? Come on, show your face. There's gotta be someone in here. No? Dang. Come on. I got a shield with your face on it. We'll do in a minute. That's where I started. It's not the right way. So I didn't do a live stream on Sunday. Sorry, I never really expected it to be a regular, consistent thing. Ah, that's meh, kind of meh. Obviously, I'm reliant on the other guys having free schedules as well. So there's going to be often times when someone's out of town or away or busy, and we can't get everyone together to do much, so it just didn't happen this week. Normal service will hopefully be resumed next week, but I make no promises as to when we will be doing it. I'd like it to be a regular thing, but as regular as we can make it. I'll put out announcements before them, so you'll know whether one's happening or not at some point during the few hours prior to it. One thing I have been wondering is, would there be any interest in seeing me do a live stream on my own? I can't figure out if that's something people would want to see. I mean, I've said before, I do enjoy watching other people, other solo players. Gone on about them enough times, but people like Generic BB00, they do their own solo live streams from time to time, and I watch them and they're quite entertaining. I just don't know whether I could be entertaining for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours straight. I'm quite happy to sit down and ramble on for half an hour, you know, here and there, because that's doable. I can talk for half an hour. Can I? Would anybody really want to listen to me for 3 hours straight? This is the question. Please, yeah, leave a comment if you do want to see that sort of thing, because then I know and I might do it. And because then I'm free to do it to my own schedule. Hey ho, I could do it as and when I feel like it, you know, if I'm bored on a weekday evening and I'm like, you know what, I've done all my videos for this week, they're already pre-recorded, you know, I've got some time to kill, and I got not much better to do. Why don't I just sit and play some... I'd quite like to stream some Reus, actually. Seems like a really cool game, but it doesn't seem like an LP kind of game, but I feel like maybe it might work in a live stream. Who knows? It's just food for thought, food for thought. So, topic du jour. Well, I had a topic last week that got sidelined in the wake of not the Nintendo announcement. I've given the topic away now. The Microsoft announcement. I was going to talk about Nintendo to some extent, and well, it's not quite as fresh in my mind anymore. It's been a week, so I probably don't have as many talking points to pull straight from memory to talk about. But I'll try it anyway. So certainly our usual topic meister Gnomza, he said, "Oh, I want to hear you talk about Nintendo," and nobody else said they wanted to hear me talk about anything else. So guess what I'm talking about? Yeah. So the original point, the announcement was the big news last week before the Microsoft news was that Nintendo decided they wanted more money. They were not making enough money out of games, and what they wanted was a cut of that sweet YouTube advertising revenue, because that always strikes me as being so lucrative. So lucrative that only a handful of people actually really manage to make a living off of it. Nonetheless, I suppose if you own a lot of games and a lot of people making games of your content, that revenue probably adds up a bit. Even still, it's probably a drop in the ocean to what they're making, but nonetheless, they've decided that if you make a video of a Nintendo game, they want the rights to slap adverts on it, and they probably do have the rights to do that, to be fair, but this is grey legal area. I'm not qualified to talk about this legally. Very few people in the world are qualified to talk about this legally, because it's... law doesn't keep up with technology great, really. And copyright law and everything, this gets reeled out every time there's this kind of discussion. It's just that law is designed around outdated technologies and concepts and things that we just don't use anymore. I mean, most of this stuff was written, probably, I don't know, when music was on vinyl, and then music was on tape, and then it's on CD, and now it's all digital, and the playing field keeps changing, and laws struggle to keep up with that, because everything needs to be reviewed, and precedents need to be set, and this kind of stuff like who owns the rights to YouTube videos, isn't very well ingrained in law yet, and it's such a grey area. I'm not qualified to talk about it. Most lawyers probably wouldn't be able to tell you much about it. You need a proper, really specialised copyright lawyer to be able to make any kind of head or tail of it. This is a beastie level, so I'm pretty okay with my loadout. I'm going to go with that. So I'm just going to talk about it from whatever perspective I can. I mean, if you really want the most eloquent talking point on it, Total Biscuit talked for like half an hour on this subject, and he made a lot of very solid good points about it. Ooh, can you hit me through that? No, you can't. The fact is that most of the people that they're wanting to make money off of, the people they're wanting to, in some senses, quite possibly hurt, are the people who are the biggest fans. The people who are making Let's Plays of Nintendo games are themselves huge Nintendo fans, and they're wanting to show Nintendo games off to the world. They're wanting to share it with everyone else because they love it so much. I don't play, well, I occasionally do if I'm like reviewing them or something, but I generally speaking don't tend to play games I don't enjoy. If I'm not enjoying it, it's not good content, I wouldn't make it, I wouldn't want to share it with you. If I'm playing something, it's because I want to show it off. Ooh, hang on, ooh, nearly got me. I'm not using these new mechanics much. I need to get into the hang of using them. So let's, bam! You are stunned, sir. It's meh. I can't figure out the situation I need to use them very well. Ow, jeez. Oh, jeez, have I just reversed this or something? I have just reversed this. What's the point of that? Why do I need to reverse it? There's something I'm missing here and I can't figure out what. It seems like one of those puzzles that you can easily mess up when it's one shot and it's gone. Don't know. Oh, now I need to reverse it because this... Yeah, because this one's going the wrong way. Ah, I gotcha. Oh, ow. Yeah, let's have one out. So yeah, it's mainly hurting Nintendo fans. I mean, I don't know how many people solely make Nintendo content, but I'd be willing to bet there probably are some out there that are Nintendo fans and they would solely make Nintendo content. And perhaps some of those people make their living off of being that guy who does Nintendo games. And suddenly Nintendo says, nope, sorry, you're out of a job. I don't know, there are far too many Let's Players to know, even to know all the big ones. And let's be honest, if you're hurting the big ones, they're the biggest marketing as well. If someone's pulling in 100,000 views a video, that's 100,000 people watching Nintendo games and seeing Nintendo games that they might not have seen before. I mean, quite often I'll watch a game just because I want to see what something is, to see if it's something I might enjoy. Someone's playing a game that looks cool but I haven't seen before, I want to watch them play it just to, you know, see the game. Some people will watch content that they know. I mean, if you're watching Minecraft, you're probably a Minecraft player, but sometimes one of the people you watch might pick up a new series and they'll do something cool and new and show off a new game that they found and they enjoy, which is how I found Prison Architect. I wouldn't have bought Prison Architect if I hadn't started watching a Let's Play of it that I found really entertaining. Generic B started making his series and I thought, that's really cool. I want to play that game, and guess what? Now I'm doing it as well. It's viral marketing. Introversion would not be making nearly as much money off of their game if people like the YouTube community weren't doing a chunk of marketing for them. And certainly for people like Generic B who do make money off of it, if someone decides to suddenly say, well, you know what, actually I want all the ad revenue from yours, suddenly he's not doing that full time because he can't make a living off of it, so they're getting less promotion, so less people see their game. It hurts sales, so whether they would recoup the amount of money or not, I don't know. Also a vicious cycle element in there, in that if they're not making the videos, not getting as much marketing, so not getting the marketing or the ad revenue. Certainly as far as smaller channels are concerned, you know, if I were to start playing, if I were to decide that next week, oh, I haven't got anything for Thursday, spoiler alerts as far as Prison Architect's concerned, by the way, next week, oh, I haven't got anything to go out on Thursday, what do? Oh, you know what, I really fancy playing, I don't know, Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island, that's a good one. I really fancy playing that. I'm going to spend a couple of months doing that instead of Prison Architect. And I'd get, I don't know, 50 views, tops, maybe, if I'm lucky. I'm not particularly bothered, but Nintendo decides, oh no, this is ours anyway. You're not making any money out of it, you're inconveniencing me. I'd probably just stop doing the videos anyway, just on that basis. I mean, the few issues with copyright I have in the past, I've been sorely tempted just to pull the videos, just sort of on principle. But the only one withstanding is the EA one over that little brutal legend gag I did a while back. All the others folded when I fought them, so no big, no big. I've no idea whether EA put adverts or anything on that one particular Spiral Spiel. They probably totally have the rights to do so. Can't help it if they do, really, I suppose. The other relevant point to that is that even if they own the IP and you're making money off of their IP, they don't own your commentary, and for a lot of people, they might be watching it for the commentary. Like I say, aside from the marketing element, people watching to discover new things, a lot of people just watch channels because they enjoy the presenter. A lot of the channels I watch, I will watch a video that someone puts out because I enjoy listening to them talk, watching them do their thing. I would like to hope that's possibly the reason some people watch me. You know, I don't think people genuinely, honest to goodness, come to watch me grind 2 to 4 floors of the Clockworks every week. If they do, that's a little bit weird, but I'm not going to stop you. Please carry on doing your thing. The whole point of this series is supposed to be the commentary, not me grinding Clockworks, but hey ho. Cool, whatevs. So, again, that's getting into grey legal areas. It's to do with licensing and things that we can't really define at this stage. Yes, you own the game, but what if the game isn't the main focus? If the main focus is just something in the background and the main focus is the commentary, I mean, again, hypothetical, what if Sega decided to do this crackdown? What if Sega decided that, hey, it's these small guys, I haven't found any of these at all level, that's really crazy. What the heck? I only just realised I haven't actually run into any of these guys all level. That was a really quiet level. So yeah, hypothetical, what if Sega decided that they wanted to monetize all YouTube videos that had Sega content in it? And as much as I like to fool myself that Spiral Knights is a really quirky indie MMO, it's not. It's published by Sega. It does have a publisher. It's the enemy. No, it's not. But nonetheless, if Sega decided that they wanted to monetize all YouTube content of Sega games, I'd be in a bit of trouble with this series. And as much as I might like to argue that the point of the series isn't watching me play Spiral Knights, except for the occasional sort of bonus videos where it is. Ooh, I can dash to get away from these guys. Ooh, this is useful to know. Aside from the very much one-off sort, just the updates to show off the updates, most of this is the point of the video is me talking. So they would then be saying, wait, we own the rights to you talking, which is the main point of the show, which is just not. I mean, me talking is the point of the show, but the game isn't the point of the show. So again, grey legality is very much grey area, and who can say who's in the right? Not many people. Not I, for one. My God, these guys are, well, they're swarming somewhat. Let's just, boom. I should get rid of a few, right? That healer's being a nuisance. Can I get him? Yes, I can, apparently. Is the door open? I think the door's open. I should probably just do one, actually, on this area. It's getting a little bit out of hand. There's a lot of things that want to eat me. For some reason, the one other argument that got bandied around is in part of this discussion was, well, people doing Let's Plays need to get a real job. And hang on, wait, what? I don't think it's Nintendo that's saying that, surely. That must be, I guess, people defending Nintendo have come to that conclusion. Ah, boom! Oh! Crowd stern. That's kind of cool. Oh! 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 Okay, there's a bit of a cooldown on that, but I think. Or does my shield just need to be really fully charged for it to work? So, well, that's a really silly argument, which mostly, to me, quite frankly, smacks of jealousy. And just, you've got a job that I can only dream of. Why don't you go get a real job? I mean, am I jealous of those people? Yes, I am. Am I going to tell them that they shouldn't be allowed to have that job because they've got a better job than me? No, it's not my place to do that. It's nobody's place to do that. You can't tell someone what job they should or shouldn't have. If they can make a living out of it, kudos to them. More fool you for not doing so. I mean, at the very least I'm attempting to chase the dream, as it were. It's one thing to sit in the corner and be bitter about not living the dream. Don't berate others for managing to succeed where you've failed. Would you die already, guy? This guy's been chasing me for a long time. I'm about ready to call it quits on this level. I can just duck out, can I? No, I can't! Oh god! There's another switch somewhere. Where's the last switch? This must be over there. Right. Freedom! Oh god. Ow, 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 ow. Let me through, let me through, let me through! Ow, jeez. Dash. Oh god. Yeah, I need more dashes. There we go. Whew, I have a dash. Don't know whether I want to. This is going to get me killed. I can see. This sort of thing always does. I'm going to. I'm going to say my farewell to little buggers and get out of here. So yeah, get a real job. Silly arguments. You only jelly. So, more Nintendo-age. That's pretty much as far as news goes on that one. Yeah, good job I didn't talk about it. I didn't get a lot out of it. Interesting this came up at this time. I got an interesting post from a guy I follow on Twitter, a Saudi Arabian indie developer who goes by the handle Indie Saudi. I met him in Boston. Really cool guy. Got a lot of good stuff to say. He's worth following. Go follow him on Twitter. That's a good one. And he posted well, it was posting that awful meme format that I hate. There's meme generator stuff. But the point itself, damn it! To use my abilities better. The point was nonetheless solid. Which was, for all the furor in the media of late of the big, I say the big guys, I mean predominantly Sony and Microsoft, about all the stuff they're doing wrong as far as the next console generation goes. Nintendo actually have done it all right, and nobody's bothering them. How? I'm not sure how to deal with these guys. Blitz Needle would have been the way. Oh my god! No, I didn't want to dash that way! I don't have a shield to shield dash either. You guys get out of here. No. I'm gonna have to kite, aren't I? Or I'm going to die. Kite or die! Kite or die! There we go. I kited. So, as far as what else? What was there in this? Backwards compatibility. The Wii U. I don't know a lot about the Wii U actually, so it's some of this was sort of revelations to myself, saying, "Oh, the Wii U is backwards compatible," and everyone's been whining about how the other ones just aren't. Well, what about Nintendo? If you want backwards compatibility, if that's a big deal to you, why don't you buy the console that has it? Ow! Son of a gun! On top of that, what else we got? free online. That does apply to Sony as well. Some of these arguments do seem to only be leveled at Microsoft, I would say. But meh. It doesn't make them like totally irrelevant, because I mean, I guess Microsoft's the big talking point right now. So yeah, Nintendo free online. I don't know if it's improved since the Wii. I would rather hope it has, to be honest. See, online on the Wii was kind of poor, what with the friend codes and all that silliness. Ow! Stop hitting me, guys! Friend codes was, yeah, that was poor. That was very poor. So I'm hoping it's better now. I've never really looked into the Wii U, so this is all stuff I'm just taking this at its face value. This is all I can do. DRM, obviously, Sony, Microsoft, big on their DRM. Nintendo, not apparently. Wasn't aware of that, but I thought it would still have some manner of DRM. But so if the Wii U is completely DRM free, what's to stop rampant piracy? Is kind of what I'm wondering. Maybe there is nothing. Maybe there is rampant piracy. Maybe I'm not aware of these things. It just seems like an odd move for them to take, if true. Excuse me. On top of that, no massive hate of the old used game market, which Microsoft's totally making an enemy of right now. I mean, me, I'm kind of on, as far as that argument goes, I'm okay with that as a decision. Maybe it's coming from a PC gaming perspective, but as far as it goes, it kind of does hurt them. The used game industry is huge and really, really aggressive. I worked in a game store. I know how much they desperately try to push the used game sales. If you go in there and try and buy a new game, they will say, would you like to buy a used one instead? They're actively hurting the people who make the game. They're not saying, okay, here's a new game, here's the publisher stroke developer getting their fair cut of it. They're saying, we don't want them to get their fair cut. They want 100% of the revenue. They want to take someone else's used copy, put a hefty markup on it, and keep the profit. Which I feel is pretty fairly damaging to the games industry, I would have said. I mean, I got into a debate with someone a couple of days ago about this issue. His argument being that, oh well, this is the way it's been for years. You can resell a book, you can resell a CD, you can resell a DVD. That's a maybe. Certainly, I wouldn't have said any of those industries kind of push the used content as much as the games market does. The game, like I say, if you go into GameStop, GameStation, whichever your local variety is, I am so gonna die here. Whatever your local flavor of used game retailer is, they're gonna push it pretty aggressively. And I'm down. Right, let's get up again and try and figure out how the heck I kill all these guys. With a pointy stick, I think. Oh my god! Jeez! And the dash still never goes where I need it to go. Jeez! Go away, will y'all? Will some of you drop me some health? That'd be nice. Ow! I'm down. I am so down. Right, this is last attempt, otherwise we're calling it quits. I hate Devilites, and I've got the wrong equipment. Because I've used all my energy after this. Well, except C, and I'm not spending that. Get back, you dogs! So, where was I? Argument goes that, where was I? I was talking about used games, wasn't I? So, apparently, well, again, argument in its favour. I just feel like those features on their own doesn't sell it. I feel like Nintendo are still sort of got the lackluster products. They may support all the features that everybody else, you know, is raging against right now. But if you haven't got anything worth buying it for, then no one's going to buy it. The meme that I saw also claimed it had a fantastic first-party lineup, and that's kind of where I think it falls down, because I'm not quite convinced I agree. I'm probably not 100% up to date on what the first-party lineup might be for the Wii, but I'm not aware of any amazing, super, ultra killer apps that I absolutely must know about and are totally the bomb. Oh, we're kind of at the end here. And I've got a little bit more to talk about. Should we go a bit longer? Let's do a long one. Let's do one more floor. So, what is there on the Wii U? I know there's the new Mario, I guess. And, hey, Shadow Steel. Cool. And what else is there? They presume there's some manner of new Animal Crossing in the works. That's the thing, I genuinely can't think of anything that would make me want to rush out and buy it. I've heard Luigi's Mansion's supposed to be pretty good, I guess. What are we doing? We're doing ghosts. Let's equip for ghosts instead of rushing in like a fool. Divine Mantle, get on me armor, and you get on me costume. Helmet's fine. Sword wants to be. What does sword want to be? What's good against? Whoa, that was weird. Everything just broke. Fortunately, it seems to restored my position in the clockworks, which is cool. That's alright. I was loading out. What was I loading out with? Let's see. What have I got? Sword. I've got guns for ghosts and. Well, no. I want my voltage and one of these to keep things at arm's reach. That'll do me. That'll do me. Cool, cool. So onwards. Hopefully a little less crashing. Okay, that's a lot of what are they? Oh, what are they? Are they Gorgos? Oh, they are the Gorgos. Cool. I guess that's cool. Oh no! Oh, I got shocked. Ow. Friggin' whatever they are. I forget what they're called again. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. Okay, I can never ever use my dash when I need it to. Oh god, they count as fiends, don't they? Jeez, good job I brought this thing. I was thinking, oh, they're undead. No, they're not, they're fiends. So yeah, talking points, where was I? I was on to what I actually think of Nintendo at the minute, which is that the current and indeed last generation of Nintendo stuff has been pretty weak on the titles, which is why I'm kind of not into them. My first console wasn't Nintendo. I'm not a lifelong Nintendo fan. My first console was a Mega Drive, or Genesis if you're in the US. I loved it, and it was amazing. And then I don't think I was aware that they made the Saturn or anything. I think all I knew as options for the next generation was N64, so I just kind of went with Nintendo, I guess. And that got me into Nintendo. Nintendo were great. I love the N64. The N64 was a wonderful console, a major, very important part of my childhood. And that made me buy the GameCube when the GameCube came out. Yes, we love the GameCube. GameCube is my all-time favorite games console. This much I can pretty much state with fact. I've not got so many wonderful hours out of one device as that GameCube. And it's never broken down, it's never failed me. Actually, that's not true, it did break down, but Nintendo fixed it really, really quickly for no charge. So you get that kind of service out of most other companies. So yeah, it's still ticking over, it's still the original unit I had. One derp, and Nintendo fixed it, and it's never faltered since. yeah, just really great piece of machinery, that thing. And the games, oh my god, the games. What was there on there? There's the best Mario Kart Double Dash, which I'm pretty much undefeatable at. Nobody to date has beaten me at Mario Kart Double Dash, which is fantastic. I like that title. Undefeated champion of Mario Kart. Can't be dealing with that Wii nonsense. I'm no good at the Wii one because that involves actual, you know, motion sensors and gimmicks and steering and give me back my buttons. So yeah, not a fan of the new stuff. That's one thing. I think the new stuff is reliant on a lot of gimmicks, and the old stuff was just, there was a lot of originality on the GameCube. GameCube saw the launch of Pikmin, which I never played, but a very original title, certainly. Animal Crossing I played to death. You were supposed to play that game pretty much every day, and it changed with the seasons, there were events that happened around the year, and there was, if you played it every day, there was a year's worth of content in there because it was based around the real-time clock. And I played that for a year. I genuinely played that game for a year, at least, before getting bored of it. That was a good title. None of the other ones since then have quite lived up to standards. I got the DS version. It was like the GameCube version, but like really cut down, and the emphasis is on hang out with your friends. And it's like, well, I didn't play the first one to hang out with my friends. I played the first one because it was a really great game, and you're just throwing away half the game because what? Because socializing. No, thank you. I want my game back, please. So that sucked. I had like only a 3-month cycle in all the content as well. It just kind of went around once every 3 months, so there wasn't even the full year going on there. I think the seasons changed, but all the events and stuff just kind of repeated themselves once every 3 months. It was a bit poor. Eternal Darkness. Eternal Darkness was on the GameCube. That was a great title, and I have on multiple occasions in the past said, "Oh, I wish they'd make a sequel." No, I don't. I'm very much against sequels. I've said this time and time again. Sequels are a cheap cop-out. I would like to see more original titles like Eternal Darkness, no doubt. Would I like to see another one? No, because that's just a cheap cop-out, cashing in on nostalgia. And unfortunately, to make the Nintendo losing their way kind of point again, they haven't done much particularly interesting or new lately. These new IPs that were fantastic and amazing in the GameCube era, we haven't seen anything of. They've just been rehashed since then. Oh, the new announcement recently. Oh, they're making a new Pikmin. Great, new Pikmin. It's not a new game. It's just a game that people liked before rehashed again. Just like Mario and Nintendo, and Mario and Nintendo. Mario and Zelda is what I meant to say. I think. Mario, Zelda, Star Fox, Metroid. I mean, I was a big fan of Metroid Prime, and to a certain extent Metroid Prime 2, which actually wasn't as good, I don't think. Metroid Prime 3, I never even finished it, actually. It was pretty mediocre, actually. Metroid Prime Hunters was... I was still the fanboy at the time. I was like, yeah, everybody get Metroid Prime Hunters, it's a great game. It really wasn't actually all that special, to be honest. It was more of the same. Unfortunately, yeah, Nintendo, they need to bring out the big guns and be creative and original and innovative again to win me back at this stage. They used to be my favourites. I was the biggest Nintendo fanboy ever. And one of the things I've so frequently critiqued in the gaming industry in the last few years is the loss of originality, especially amongst the big names. Nintendo is probably one of the biggest culprits of that. I can't think of any big first-party, truly original titles, certainly no unique new IPs. Oh, hey, there's the exit. Let's just, head to the exit just because I want to see what's at the terminal. So, yeah, they've got nothing to wow me in the Wii generation or the Wii U generation. There's nothing that really stood out as being this is what makes Nintendo great. This is the new IP. There's nothing original. I mean, the competitors haven't done a lot better either, but still, there's at least a little bit of innovation elsewhere and less reliance on gimmicks. So yeah, that's that. So unfortunately, Nintendo, no sale from me right now. I'm gonna stick to PC, I'm afraid, I think. Because I'm definitely not falling for Microsoft or Sony either right now. Sony is the most likely to get my money if I were to buy a new console, but I think that's pretty unlikely as it goes as well. So yeah, that's that. That's Nintendo covered. We've covered all the gaming. So if you want me to talk about something that's not gaming, please leave a comment or possibly just a topic in the comments below. Please go do that, and then I'll have something to talk about next week. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure to have you here. I've been Meroka. I shall see you next time.